As a 25-year-old male, I thought I'd found the one with my 24-year-old female partner. We met at a local cafe, our connection immediate and intense. We laughed easily, shared dreams, and soon enough decided to move in together. Life was good, or so I believed. One evening, after a long day at work, I felt an unusual fatigue wash over me. I mentioned this to my partner, who suggested I get some rest. Trusting her completely, I headed to bed early, leaving her in the living room to finish a movie she was watching. As I drifted into sleep, I thought I heard faint sounds through the wall. Dismissing it as the TV, I ignored it and let exhaustion take over. Somewhere in the middle of the night, I woke up to an odd noise. It was a mix of laughter and hushed tones, not quite fitting for the late hour. A prickling sense of unease urged me to investigate. Quietly, I slipped out of bed, careful not to alert anyone, and padded down the short hallway. Peeking through the slightly ajar living room door, I was greeted with a sight I never could have imagined. There she was, my 24-year-old partner, amidst 4 other men. The room was a chaotic mix of clothes strewn about and empty bottles littering the floor. The scene was more surreal than any nightmare I could have concocted. My brain struggled to process what my eyes were witnessing. Frozen in the doorway, I finally managed to utter a demand for an explanation. She turned to face me, her expression infuriatingly indifferent, as if caught in nothing more than a trivial mishap. Her words were a blur, a nonchalant dismissal that only fueled my growing anger. The other men, seemingly as unfazed as she was, barely acknowledged my presence, their casual demeanor a direct insult to the devastation I felt. Unable to stand the sight any longer, I stormed out of the apartment, my heart pounding in disbelief and rage. Outside, the cool night air did little to calm the storm inside me. I wandered aimlessly, trying to piece together how things had spiraled so far out of control. In the days that followed, I found myself replaying moments from our relationship, identifying red flags I had previously ignored. The sudden late nights, the secretive phone calls she brushed off as work-related. It all made sense now, a grim puzzle finally complete. Deciding to end the relationship was painful but necessary. I refused to compromise my self-respect for someone who clearly had none for me. Friends and family rallied around, offering support and solace, helping me through the wreckage of what I thought was a solid relationship. Looking back, the experience taught me a harsh but valuable lesson. Never ignore your instincts. They're there for a reason, often sensing what our hearts refuse to see. I've learned to prioritize my self-worth and to trust my gut. It's a journey, but one worth taking.